Oh, Mr. Mullis, just to let you know, I know you're not in a position to do it right now, but you owe us $1,000 plus on various things. We're gonna need some kind of payment plan at some point. And put your appearances on the People versus Lemke.
Good morning, I'm Satchel, 85689. Somebody can stand out and say your name for the judgment.
What?
Thank you. Go ahead.
Your Honor, I do a competency evaluation in my conversations with my client. I told him he had injury and traumatic brain injury in the past, and in speaking with him and usually with his daughter also present, it's become clear to me that he cannot recall our conversations in between.
Yep.
So it's a matter of something that we talked about yesterday or on Friday. Can't remember, and that the second prong of competency, and in particular the ability to effectively communicate with counsel and gain one's own defense, I have some pretty real concerns about that factor. So I would ask that you forward a competency evaluation.
And normally, Your Honor, I wouldn't have an issue with any kind of deterrence or anything as to that. However, our victim, we flew in from Florida. She is here, she's present, she's ready to go, we're ready to go. I think, and unfortunately I wasn't here last week, but I did leave instruction that she was gonna be coming from Florida and we needed to make sure this was going.
That was not shared with me. Whether or not it was shared with council, I don't know.
And that's part of what I'm doing, so we miscellated the machine. However, our issue is she's here, we're ready. I know council and I talked about possibly, well, we can discuss that, if you'd like.
I agree it's unfortunate, Your Honor, but I was unable to contact Mr. Leckie about this previously because I really had to see if my client could remember our in-depth conversation about this matter from Friday. Because to me, that was going to be the test of do his issues from this TBI, meaning that I am in a space where I'm concerned about competency to a bona fide degree or not. And maybe, you remember a pretty in-depth conversation about the case today. I didn't really tell beforehand if this was something we'd be able to work around, but at this time, I'm not comfortable moving forward without somebody who knows a lot more about the brain and stuff.
Right.
Too.
Anything else?
Just briefly, I will note that the competency, the Michigan Court Rule, the MCR, requires that this be timely. Granted, it would have been nice to give us some lead time. I understand that today the conversation she wouldn't have known. Just for the record, I guess I wish it would have been more timely. I understand that it couldn't have been. And for the complainant state, I mean, we are ready. I know we could possibly hold the complainant, however, if the defendant is not able and they make the determination in competency that he was unable to participate in his defense, then it's not even going to be worth it for the confrontation clause if it is. So, Your Honor, I guess we object, but understand.
So to rub salt in the wounds, if I would have known last week that the victim was going to be flown in from out of state, I might have suggested another PCC because I knew you didn't have much contact with your defendant. I have to order the competency, and I will be happy to talk to the complainant if you want me to and apologize for the waste of time, but we need to order a competency. So I will do that. All right. Anything else?
Nothing. Yeah.
Counsel,
Thank you. Good.
I'll hang it.
What's going on?
I'm assuming we haven't had any problems since last week. You haven't heard about any problems?
Is there issues on?
There haven't been any of the further issues, Your Honor, and I've spoken with the family now, and I think that
Is his daughter here today?
she is not here today. She had to work. She is in the Zoom waiting room, Your Honor, if she's able.
Okay. Is she still there? Bring her in. Miss Lemke, are you there? Carrie,
I am here.
you want me to hang on to this phone?
Um, due to a transportation issue, it would be greatly appreciated for future travel if we could get it back.
I'll
If
provide
I
it to
have
council.
to monitor it, I will.
Please do.
I will.
All right, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
All right, anything else?
No.
Thank you.
Is he staying at that address?
With his daughter, yes.
The one, I just need to know so that whenever I order the competency.
Yes, that is the address, the one from the BCC with his daughter. That is still in July.
I can write it down.
It's in there.
You got it.
Whatever address we have.
We should be good then.
Thank you.
You want to get it again, just to be safe?
Speedway Drive Show. Township.
Yes, that,
Yeah. Oh, all right.
All right.
You'll be receiving notice in the mail.
thank you.
Lieutenant, did you see your email from me? Yeah, that was not, I'd like the changes.
Yeah, I'm about to give you a call.
Well, yeah, but I was trying to figure out something else to fill the plaques, so yeah. Yeah, so we'll see what kind of feedback.
See everyone. I'm like, what else, like,
No, we'll see what kind of feedback we get.
You don't say anything back, and I'm like, oh, he's been out there for quite a while.
I didn't realize you were out there today.
I want to go down, so anyways, thank
Appreciate it. Be safe.
So we're done.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
you.
All right, so no other defense or no other prosecution witnesses, correct? Defense putting any witnesses on? I'm ready for argument, guys.
One, which is all we're here for the exam today.
Yep.
We testified based from a officer who heard from the victim of the victim. As we heard testimony, that statement was a domestic violence or summary of a domestic violence incident of a threat or physical force. It was made in a timely manner, so it is credible. It is credible. I believe she indicated that she was strangled. It was a rating of how strong the strangulation was, from 1 to 10 to the 10. She did say it was pretty. Therefore, I think not one we threw the other reasonable doubt, at least for purposes of the exam. Now, count 2 and count 3 we just follow. For the additional count 4, the failure to resist collision, we heard testimony that there was some broken car parts and there were some paint trading. The officer did describe that the defendant's car moved forward and then moved backwards. Moving forward was the car in the garage that was hit. And he failed to stop after that collision and instead driving away until he was stopped by the officer. Once he got into the roadway, but for the officer showing up, would have driven away. And by driving and backing away and getting into the street, I'm going to argue that he did drive away after that collision. Now, for failure to stop after the collision, it doesn't have to be at a highway. It can be in a personal place or a residence. So we're alleging that the collision happened in the driveway, in the garage. That jerk motion was him hitting the car, realizing that he wasn't driving. He then backed out and took off. But before the officer showed up, he would have been. Now, we also stipulated to the license plate that was on his vehicle, that he did display on his, whatever the vehicle type, but
Equinox.
the was belonging to a Ford F-150. That is the license plate registration title. It was a license plate not made or not for his vehicle that was fixed to his. Therefore, I think you have mind over on those 2 additional things.
Thank you, Judge. With respect to count 1, there has been no credible evidence of strangulation, Judge. This officer indicated that shortly after this incident, she prepared a domestic violence incident report where she's supposed to document injuries that she sees, signs of strangulation. strangulation is so common, Judge, that we make it part of the name of the GBH statute. Officers are trained to recognize those signs, certainly to take a narrative, which she did, but to recognize those signs. She states very clearly, she made no notations as to injuries observed at all on the body. If someone's being strangled for 15 seconds at a 10, Judge, there's going to be bruising at a minimum. We didn't hear any indications that there was loss of consciousness, difficulty breathing that she observed, and she arrives 30 seconds after this is supposed to have happened. So it's not just shortly after, it's basically immediately after. To see no injuries, to not notate that there's any indication of strangulation. There is not, even at the probable cause level, enough for strangulation. Her narrative will maintain our objection as hearsay. But with respect to count two, which is domestic violence, Judge, if Your Honor chooses to credit the narrative of this officer, sure, there's enough for domestic violence. I mean, I'm not going to make a useless argument, but I think really the misdemeanor counts are what remain here, Judge. If there's strangulation, there would be signs, and this officer, I think, is obligated to notate those if there is some sign of that. And Jennifer's not here to give her side of the story, which I think should also be considered with respect to the reliability of that narrative. There were at least some attempts for a subpoena. She's not here. I won't speak out of the record as to other subpoena attempts, but for this case, she was subpoenaed. And you know, they have to show some proof of strangulation. And if it's not through Jennifer being here to say what injury she had, it would have to be through this officer observing something. And there is a fact. So for that reason, Judge, we're asking that count one be dismissed. If Your Honor credits our hearsay objection and ask that count two be dismissed. Otherwise, I think the rest is misdemeanors and would be settled here.
Thank you. Ms. Relecki.
Mr. Honor, so I think it's important also that most of the fellow bruises don't show up immediately, and they don't, multiple blues differently. I'm sure we've heard multiple testimonies throughout our years doing entirely that everyone bruises. So I don't think we can consider that. Also, there's no requirement by the statute that there has to be sign of a bruise, there has to be sign of an injury. It just has to be that the mode was done by strangulation or suffocation, and that being assault. And we heard testimony that it was for about 15 seconds, and it was, she had a mercury. Your Honor, I think we might have been by it.
I agree. It's a probable cause hearing. I think the officer's testimony about what she was told at the scene by the alleged victim is enough to bind it over. So I will bind over on count one. And as we've all said, everything else just tags along. AOI date's going to be the 30th, 9 a.m. Anything as to bond, gentlemen, or should it stay the same?
Well, I guess.
No objection, Your Honor.
Bond will be continued, and Mr. Mullis, good luck downtown. Oh, Mr. Mullis, just to let you know, I know you're not in a position to do it right now, but you owe us $1,000 plus on various things. We're gonna need some kind of payment plan at some point. And I just made, I didn't do the statute, I just made
Right,
it.
yeah, that-
Yeah.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Madam.
Hey, Mohammed. While you're out there, would you tell, the attorneys on Lemke I'm ready to go? Thank you. Have a nice day. That's yours, Jacob? It's always morning somewhere. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so I've got a file that goes back to April 5th, 2025. Operating while visibly impaired. Sentenced you on September 11th this year. So you're here to talk about medical marijuana? All right. How many hours of community service have you done? Okay, are you working? Where do you work? How long you been with Chrysler?
For
For reason off there and what's not.
All right. And what's the reason for the medical marijuana card?
Well, or anybody, I fell off or I backed up. Pretty much danced my face. I felt practice my photo.
Say it again. You have what? Okay. When was the accident?
June 29th.
Okay. Okay.
I've had problems with my wrist and everything like that, so I've just been using it, trying to keep that out. I'm still
All right. So you're using it as pain relief? How are you ingesting?
little, you know.
Edible?
Gonna drops.
And we haven't had any violations, Mr. Rowley?
No, he's been in full compliance otherwise.
So right now, all he's doing is finishing up his 40 hours and staying out of trouble?
Correct, and he did start treatment, I didn't need to reach out to New Frontier, but he did start treatment with them as well, so he is, again, in full compliance with all.
All right, I'll allow it.
I just was on the phone with one side test.
Yep.
Evaluation. I better.
All right, I'll allow the medical marijuana. Edibles only. All right, give that back to Emma, would you? I imagine there's not much they can do for a fractured orbital bone.
Fractured what?
Orbital bone. I mean, they can't cast it. Well, I should probably try to call my mother again, see if the phone works.
She said she already talked about it, but she might just want to go see, I don't know. She's here for a show cause, right?
Yeah.
McCaskill's the last name?
I'm gonna pull her file, I guess. Heaven's the first name, right? So it's probably an Avery deal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let the judge, so you just want to talk to the judge on your own, right? Okay.
You come right up to the podium a little late. First. First thing's Evan, right?
Is your name Heaven McCassel? Good afternoon. Are you going forward today without benefit of a court-appointed attorney? All right, let's see what we got. All right, so I sentenced you on August 28th, told you to pay $250 and do 2 days on the work program. How are you doing on the money? Okay. Yep, you've got one done.
I sent an email in of my daughter's bathroom for that same day.
Mm-hmm. Right. When did you send the email in? The day you were scheduled? Too late. All right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you reschedule, but I want you to understand, I give work program instead of jail. If I sent you to jail, somebody else would have to deal with your daughter. All right, so you got to make arrangements. The day you commit to do work program, you got to make arrangements. If something comes up, somebody else got to take care of that so you can do work program, be done. So go down and reschedule. I'm not going to give you any penalty day.
So how many days? Just the one?
She owes one to finish the two. Yep. All right, go on downstairs and reschedule. Good luck. I'm thinking about on these people that have been show cause today because they missed work program.
I know for sure, oh wait. Antoine Black, this is another one that's just, he was a mess. And he's on there.
I'm thinking if they don't show up for their show cause, which is their chance to explain why they didn't do work program as scheduled, then it should just be how many days in jail do they get? They owe 3 days on the work program, they do 3 days in jail. I mean, what's your name, sir?
Ernest Hawkins.
Vulcans with a V?
Hawkins.
Hawkins. All right, I've got your paperwork, Mr. Hawkins. Okay, you're having trouble getting your days done.
Yeah,
Lots of reschedules.
I paid all my fines. I did 2 of the 3 days.
Thank you.
I had transportation issue. They've been resolved.
All right, are you working? From? Where? And somebody laid you off?
Yeah, well.
What kind of construction they do? Okay, it's not that cold. Why'd they lay you off? Oh, yeah, you can't get to work.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's become an issue.
okay. All right, what's the plan?
If you allow me, I'd like to just do the 1 day.
No. What's the plan about your vehicle? It sounds like it's causing you all kinds of problems.
Why, driver's license, I did get a letter from Secretary of State after, last we seen, September. I believe I'm not. Given the rest of the.
Next September? Okay. So all in all, he's missed 4 days that were scheduled and rescheduled again?
But I don't know if it was Avery or Vanessa, that was, if he wasn't on probation, it was just a straight.
Yeah.
I actually only missed one.
Well, here's what I got. Defendant failed to appear for his first two scheduled days, 9/26 and 9/29. Defendant appeared on 9/30 and reset his two missed days for October 1, October 11. He appeared on October 1, but failed to appear on October 11. So that would be 3 misses.
No, I know I was here for two of them. It was 2 consecutive days that I was here.
2 of 3 days are completed.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah, you appeared on 9/30 and October 1, but you missed 9/26 and 9/29, and you missed October 11th.
That's how, I mean, I believe you,
Mm. So what are you doing for transportation now?
if I can't get a ride, like today I can work here, then I know the bus struggles can function as well.
All right, I'll let you do one day. I'm not gonna penalize you. Do that one though, or there'll be a penalty. Keep in mind, it's in lieu of jail time. All right, go on downstairs and reschedule.
I'm sure they would be.
Hmm?
Change, just grab all the ones that are just Avery's, yell for their names and bring them in here. Because
That's-
they need-
Yeah,
This isn't something that we need
Yeah.
verbiage for.
that's a good idea. Can you like highlight them on the?
I can't on this, I have to look on there and look just for Avery's,
Avery and Vanessa's paperwork.
yeah.
Brown, she's one. Yeah, if I can go out there.
But you know, you can tell is it on your schedule that you can tell the.
show cause versus a violation.
Yeah, good.
Oh, yeah, if you don't mind, I mean, then I don't see that they.
Yeah, it looks like Tanika Carter is another one that's just a work program.
Okay, I will make this.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there that are in that boat. What's your name? Come on up. Come right up to the podium. I'll be with you in just a second.
Yeah.
Hey, Jamie.
Yes, sir.
These are all just work program people. So if you can like do a mass thing, call the names, say if you don't want to wait for the attorney, you don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah, she went out there to do that with one person at least. All right, you are Brown. All right. You brought your attorney with you today? What's her name? Journey. Hi, Journey. Come on over here so I can see your smile. You're small. Hi, how are you? How old are you?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? All right, so let's see what we got, Miss Brown. You talked to Mr. Taylor about community enrichment. You were going to do 6 days on the work program to take care of some fines and costs. Completed 2 of 6. Failed to appear September 15 and November 3rd. All right. All right. So what do you currently owe us?
I was trying to finish the work program, my daughter has to be to school at 8:30 to work for the.
Right. Are you working? Where are you working at? How many hours you getting? Okay, all right. All right, so Mr. Taylor's recommendation is that we take you out of the community enrichment program and just put you on a payment plan on the money. So I'm gonna do that. So go downstairs and get that set up. Commit to some kind of regular, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. All right. Bye, Journey.
Yeah, but you found, Mr. Smith, right?
You got Smith's paper?